preferred Mr. Fox to come in and say, I'm gonna build the building, I'm gonna take care of it, I'm gonna do all this? Absolutely. But as he's been exposed to the world, you know, people are offering these things, and to be competitive,
Yes.
we have to beat it.
So what we would pass along to the council is that after reviewing this proposal, that we recommend that we
Enter
continue
into
to
an agreement.
enter an agreement as stated in this letter, and to continue with the approval of phase 1.
Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll try to write up the agreement
Okay.
such that we have an out clause, the city has an out clause
Yeah.
after each phase is completed. But lacking execution of the out clause, I mean, we'll continue to the next phase.
Yeah.
And not, then we know what those costs are gonna be, so we don't have to
Right.
do this every time,
Right. Okay.
if that's okay with you.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't sound like, you know, you were talking about phase 2 and blocking in percentages or anything, but I don't know how you do that, whether that's a good one or.
These are
Right.
good. These are more than fair for us in terms of what you would probably normally get. And what I like is you still have the ability to, he hasn't buried lead in there, which would complicate the numbers, and so we have a clear, separate decision we can have about lead.
Obviously, by this time, if they've given us percentages, they have an idea what this building is gonna cost. They can't arbitrarily pull percentages out of the air, so.
Right.
And I would just say that in regard to that, I think this particular architect has, you know, we've used the number somewhere 1 to 1.3 million, I think is what we've been using. He cautions me consistently, if you want this, it may cost a lot more than that. And so we're gonna be in a mode where we'll be, you know, looking at the numbers, maybe we gotta cut something, we can't afford this much. I mean, there's a limit to what we can afford, and that'll be part of the discussion. It may mean you don't get 12,000 square feet, it may mean you get 12,000 square feet built in a different manner.
Okay, just to clarify the whole process here, that we are building, or we're agreeing to build a building, or we're agreeing to build the site.
Well, the building in this case will include the site improvements.
So that's curb and gutter, that's utilities,
Well-
that's grass, that's plants, that's,
Gotta have it finished now. I could see him coming back saying, well, if you pulled this piece out, you know, and didn't include that in the responsibilities of this particular thing, and let's say some other, the planning commission said, we'll pay for that. Just kidding, but, or the electric commission said that. And so then there's pieces you might pull out and assign to a different funding source. At the end of the day, I think the buyout is still gonna be conditioned on the total of whatever it costs. And I just share this with you, for example, just on the back road to get in, we talked about a semi-loading coming in from the back. You know, that's probably for the city gonna be somewhere close to a $300,000 decision, because it'll necessitate not only the improvement of an unimproved area of roadway, but it does no good to expect people to drive very long on that home street, I think it's home, which is getting in worse shape. But we also have a responsibility to take care of JMW and those other firms that are along there, and Stumpy Becker and now Phil's business. I mean, they need good traffic way too. So part of our costs are gonna be roughly, let's say that's 150 of it. You got 150 there, but then you got a decision of 150 new way in. You know, maybe at the end of the day you say, I don't have that 150 to do that part, but can we do something from the front? And then the architect's gonna have to figure out a way to fix that, you know. So it's not gonna be without its challenges, but there's at least opportunity to look at different costs and say, is this worth what you're gonna pay for it, or do we go in a different direction?